A stormy holiday weekend ahead here on the Sun Coast. Why visitors may not like the weather, but local businesses are hoping for some rain.
Well, that's why Manatee County School District is discussing another option for armed security in its elementary schools.
And a look at why so many school shootings are happening in small towns across the U.S. Your Sun Coast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. First this evening, a wet week ahead. A fairly dry morning on the Sun Coast, followed by more showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. And there's an increased possibility of heavy rainfall this weekend.
You're looking live at our tower cam right now, showing the downtown Sarasota area. Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with a look at our first alert forecast. Bob?
Yeah, just about an hour and a half to 2 hours ago, that downtown camera you couldn't see because the rain was so heavy at times, and that's the key with these storms. Tropical air mass in place right now, and with that in mind, showers and storms that develop are going to produce heavy rainfall in just a short period of time, causing those flooding problems temporarily. Now that rain has since moved on from Sarasota and Bradenton, and also most of Manatee County checking quiet right now, but big storms still firing up along a line from Punta Gorda right through Port Charlotte and Northport this afternoon. The heaviest weather by far right there in Northport. You can see that large area of heavy showers continuing to move off to the northwest. Now, rainfall rate has come down a little bit with these cells. They were as high as 2 inches an hour right there in the Northport, South Toledo Boulevard, some heavy rainfall, West Price Boulevard along US 41 in Northport and 776 driving. Not advisable right now. It's a very touch and go as far as that goes. Showers also starting to develop due to the outflow from these previous storms now near Clark Road and I-75. I mentioned the rainfall. This happened just in about an hour's time to an hour and a half's time right there near Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda. So you get the picture, 1.1 inches near Sarasota downtown in just about an hour's time there as well. But the big story, and all eyes are focused on this system down to our south and west. The actual low is right here, but the shear is so strong that the heavy weather is well east near the Cayman Islands. And that's going to be the story. As this system moves northward, conditions will become a little bit more favorable, although still marginal. That chance of it developing is at 40% right now from the National Hurricane Center. They'll put out another advisory on this coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. And you can see the track is basically off to the north. Very slow, too. It's going to be a slow mover. And you'll notice, again, the models, there's a couple of different theories here. One taking it toward the lower Mississippi Valley, while others taking it more toward Florida over the course of the weekend. And I mentioned that slow motion. It's not going to be a big storm in terms of wind, it doesn't appear. But in terms of heavy rainfall, that's a definite possibility simply because it's disorganized at this time, and a lot of the convection will be east of the center. So regardless if it moves more toward Louisiana, we're still going to get a lot of rainfall here along west central Florida. We'll have more in our weather forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Tourists visiting the Sun Coast this holiday weekend may not be too happy about the rain expected.
But for some businesses, the wet weather could be a good thing. ABC7's Erica Jackson joins us live on Sarasota's Bayfront to share why some are crossing their fingers for that extra rain this Memorial Day weekend. Erica?
Jacqueline, Scott, good evening. It's nice to see the sun shining right now after that rain that we had earlier this afternoon. Most local boat rental companies will allow customers to go out on the water if there is some light rain, but any thunder or lightning in the area, they'll be asked to stay ashore. The good news is that those customers will then likely take their business elsewhere.
During the holidays and definitely during the summer, we do see a drastic increase in customers.
Memorial Day is one of the biggest weekends of the year for Evan Phillips with Bayfront Excursions, but it likely won't be one of the sunniest.
Most of our business comes from getting people out on the water. If we can't get people on the water, you know, we're not going to be making as much money.
People that have booked flights and hotels that are already going to come here, they typically don't cancel their reservations for at the first sight of a little bit of rain.
Sarasota Chamber of Commerce President Kevin Cooper doesn't think the weather will have a big impact on the weekend's tourism.
People are not apt to just sit and shut down based on the weather. They just find different ways to enjoy themselves.
You get a chance to talk to people. It's not just about the money that you make. It's about meeting people that come in on rainy days and they want something to do, good conversation.
Those visitors are expected to spend their money elsewhere, like the theater, museum, or a restaurant, such as Brick Smoked Meats in downtown Sarasota.
People want a place to sit and get comfortable, and we're a great environment for it. It's very comfortable inside and warm, and we got whiskey. so it helps.
Cooper believes visitors from throughout the state will reschedule their trip to Sarasota rather than completely cancel. Phillips doesn't care when they visit or where they come from, as long as they eventually step foot on the Suncoast.
Anytime that we can get people to see Sarasota and to experience or even get a taste of what we offer here, I think that's always going to be a good thing.
Now, Jacqueline Scott, we may see more visitors from around the country this weekend because Sarasota is getting national attention. Travel and Leisure magazine named Sarasota one of 4 great vacation spots this Memorial Day weekend. Reporting live at the Bayfront, Erica Jackson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Erica, thank you so much. Tonight, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office investigating how a 16-year-old student was able to bring a loaded gun to school. Late this morning, staff members at Bayshore High School alerted school resource deputies that a student may be armed with a gun. Deputies say the 10th grader had a loaded handgun in his waistband and then was arrested. No one was hurt. He was taken to the juvenile booking facility and now faces multiple gun possession charges. The investigation continues.
There's a new wave of violent threats directed at schools in Texas, just days after a student opened fire inside Santa Fe High School, killing 10 and wounding 13 others. Authorities say at least 8 threats have been reported in the Houston area since the school week started yesterday, some even ending in arrests. Fearing another deadly tragedy, Texas Governor Greg Abbott kicked off a series of roundtable discussions aimed at improving school security. That push for safety comes as we learn new horrifying details about what happened inside the school when shots rang out.
The 2 officers that engaged that individual within 4 minutes, or approximately 4 minutes, they're heroes.
Those 2 officers were soon joined by more than 200 others, cornering the suspect in a standoff that lasted 25 minutes. The alleged 17-year-old gunman is now under suicide watch at the Galveston County Jail, charged with capital murder.
If you want to know where mass shootings are most likely to happen, look to small town America. The massacre in Texas last week is just the latest to happen in a small town. Of the 10 deadliest shootings in the U.S., all but 1 took place in a town with fewer than 75,000 residents. And the vast majority of them were in cities with fewer than 50,000 people. Experts say the phenomenon is due to a variety of factors that include easy access to guns and the copycat effect of disturbed suburban teenagers emulating each other.
Here on the Suncoast, a struggle to pay for added security leads Manatee County School District to shift gears when it comes to armed security inside its schools. The district is now looking to put school safety guardians in some elementary schools instead of school resource officers. The decision coming after county commissioners voted against providing extra funding to the district for school security. Guardians are not members of law enforcement, but they are armed but cannot make arrests. The district is hoping the program will be funded by the state through the Coach Aaron Feis Guardian Program, named after the football coach that died during the Parkland shooting. The salaries of guardians would be less than that of SROs.
They will be our employee. The sheriff office is also giving us 2 of their officers to assist on the interview team. And so we'll be able to weed out individuals that they are keen on as far as officers that they would normally select too.
Guardians will complete at least 144 hours of training through the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. SROs will remain in all middle and high schools.
The Manatee County School Board has 30 days to name an interim superintendent after Dr. Diana Green was offered the superintendent position in Duval County in North Florida. Superintendent Green sat silent while school board members talked about replacing her. Board Chair Scott Hope says she's still working on her contract with Duval County Schools, but plans on submitting a resignation letter effective June 30th. That means the district must have an interim superintendent in place by July 1st, and that gives them about 30 days to make a decision.
When we did this 3 years ago, to me it was a totally different scenario because Dr. Green was already here and she was kind of the common sense, the most natural candidate. This situation is much different.
The school board plans to have an interim candidate to appoint at one of the already scheduled board meetings on June 12th or June 26th. And then once an interim superintendent is in place, the district will then begin a national search for a new superintendent.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joining us now. And any follow through today, Richard, compared to the Dow yesterday?
Well, in the first 30 minutes, the answer was yes. We were up 52 points. The problem is the market's open a lot more than 30 minutes, so not so much. We had been up 11 out of the last 13 days, so I really don't think we have too much to complain about. And after yesterday's gain of almost 300 points, we gave 60% of that back today. Those of you who are good at math, you know how far the market fell. Anyway, saying that, we were higher, and then rumors came around that perhaps the North Korean summit just may not occur after all. And before you knew it, we were down 150 points. Then we were down by 201, the low of the day. So let's see how we did finish. 60% of 300 is, yes indeed, 180. How about 178.88, a loss for the day? 24,834.41 is the close. That on volume of 944 million shares. The NASDAQ, actually the best performer of the day, down just 0.2%, just over 15 points at 7,378.45. That on volume of 1,816 million shares. And the S&P fell right in the middle, down 0.3%, 8.5 points at 2,724.44. Well, we've had some good news about retail lately, but I'm afraid not today. The J.C. Penney Company, which has been in business since 1902, might not be in business by 2020. Indeed, the company has huge problems. The stock's down 45% this year before today. And oh yes, it fell another 7% today after the CEO said, "See ya, I'm leaving. I'm going to Lowe's." And this person not only is going to Lowe's, he spent 12 years at Home Depot before he went to J.C. Penney. So let us say that J.C. Penney currently not only has problems, they also don't have a CEO, and they don't have anyone currently in place that they believe can fill that spot. So anybody interested in running the J.C. Penney company, just contact the company. They'll be more than happy to take your CV, as we call it, right?
Yeah. Let's talk about another chain, Kohl's. What's happening there?
Let's talk about another down arrow. Unfortunately, earnings were announced this morning. Stock down 7% today. Not what we hoped for.
Okay. Richard, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Coming up, why Governor Scott is warning Floridians and directing state officials to prepare for possible flooding in the state.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus how changing your work commute could save your life. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The ABC7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Peterson Toyota of Sarasota offers hundreds of models to choose from. And now you can take your shopping experience to the next level with SRQ Plus. You'll love its added benefits exclusively at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota or toyotaofsarasota.com.
I lost my baseball in it. I can't find the sprinkler. I'm pretty sure we have a kiddie pool.
I know the hose is in there somewhere.
It's sort of even with the top of the fence.
Is your grass too long? Save up to $10 on Duracell Ultra Lawn and Garden batteries at Batteries Plus bulbs.
I can't see my garden gnomes anymore.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you.
Tonight, a warning from Governor Rick Scott. The governor is urging Floridians to prepare for significant rain and possible flooding as the state monitors the development of a weather system in the Caribbean. Governor Scott also directing Florida Fish and Wildlife to prepare the agency's high water vehicles and other flood response resources for deployment if needed.
Certainly important. I know when I was driving to work, I saw a few areas that I kind of had to get over in the other lane because it was starting to flood in that area.
Right. As well, the truck didn't have as much problem, but the wipers were working overtime going through a big storm that dumped over 1 inch of rainfall in just less than an hour. And that causes some runoff, and obviously the ground can't take that and causes all sorts of problems. Got to look at Tower Cam from 1 o'clock. This is what it looked like. Tower Cam looking out over Sarasota Bay from downtown Sarasota. Beautiful, clear blue skies, right? Well, then we put it in motion there, and you'll see, boy, it just opens up for just a short period of time, too. It's only about 45 minutes or so. That's when we saw that a nearly inch of rain estimates from, again, the Doppler radar site. Now, as far as we're concerned, we are going to continue to see periods of moderate to heavy rainfall. And regardless of where this low pressure goes, it's either going to go toward the lower Mississippi Valley or it's going to go toward Florida more so. But either way, we're still going to be on the right side of the system. And the right side is always typically the dirty side, meaning lots more moisture and many more storms moving off on the right-hand side. There's a lot of shear going on right now, meaning west to east flow, knocking all the deep convection away from where the center appears to be starting to generate just off the coast of Nicaragua, and that again is expected to move off toward the north in time. Now we are anticipating showers and storms scattered about throughout the day again on Wednesday and Thursday. We're not going to see a total washout. We're going to see similar conditions what we saw today and yesterday with those afternoon and evening thunderstorms. But boy, with this air mass in place, tropical air mass, and just loaded up with moisture, the storms that develop really produce heavy rainfall in a short period of time. You can see that happening right now in South Sarasota County, eastern portions of Sarasota County, near Northport, really getting hit hard. Inglewood on the verge of getting another round of some moderate to heavy showers here. Some lightning, not a lot with this system right now. You can see some lightning occasionally across the area, and also some showers near State Road 72 or Clark Road and I-75, heading toward Heritage Oaks, and that moving off toward the north. That mentioned that rainfall total, we had up to a ½ inch again near Siesta Key, and these are the past 24 hours, and that rainfall was heavy at times. And again, looks as though we will see more showers and storms developing over the next couple of days, with the heaviest rain by far coming in on into looks like Saturday and Sunday. The heaviest rain appears to be now on Saturday. The European forecast model shows the low coming up toward, again, the lower Mississippi Valley, but a lot of the rough weather will be to the east thereof. As far as May hurricanes and tropical systems go, they're a rare event. We see them every 6-7 years or so that a storm will develop outside of the season, which is June 1st. We've had 27 storms named, and not necessarily named back in the 1800s, but they were around, and a lot of them develop right there where the water temperature is typically warmer to start the season off as opposed to the Atlantic. And we are anticipating, again, the showers and storms really to pick up here on in through Saturday and even into Saturday night. The storms can be rather heavy at times, and we are anticipating, again, the possibility of some stronger cells, again, feeding around the band of that. And the chance of that developing is only at 40% right now from the National Hurricane Center. We'll see if they bump that up coming up at the 8 o'clock advisory. As far as the storms go, again, we're not anticipating anything too rough as far as wind goes, but we will see the possibility of winds gusting at times as these bands feed through if this system indeed does develop. And it looks as though if it were to develop, it would be a tropical depression or possibly a tropical storm. Water temperatures are still pretty moderate, to say the least, throughout the area, and we are anticipating good chances for rain, scattered showers and storms again Wednesday and Thursday. The morning looks to be okay. And then Friday, things start to deteriorate as the system gets into the Gulf. And then really Friday night, Saturday into Sunday morning looks to be the heaviest rain for us. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Let's check first alert traffic. I-75 slow moving as you head north right around the University Parkway exit. Pretty typical this time of day. Also some minor backups in the eastbound lanes of University Parkway. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. In health news tonight, could the way you get to work save your life? People with an active commute, meaning they walk or cycle instead of driving, could see their risk of developing vascular heart disease or stroke drop by 11%, and their risk of dying from these diseases lowered by 30%. Even for people who didn't have jobs, more active patterns of travel were associated with an 8% lower risk of all-cause mortality. Moral of the story, get moving and keep living. A new study suggests eating an egg a day may reduce your risk for heart disease and stroke. The study, published in the journal Heart, looked at data on egg consumption by more than 500,000 people in China between 2004 and 2008. The study found that the risk of heart disease and stroke was lower among people who ate an egg a day than those who didn't consume eggs at all. And a new study suggests a growing number of kids are unnecessarily or accidentally taking ADHD drugs. Exposure to common medications used to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder has increased by more than 60% in children. In younger children, it was mostly due to exploratory behavior or therapeutic error. In teens, the majority of calls were due to intentional overexposure. Now, to prevent exposure, you should be storing them in a safe place and dispose of any that go unused. Coming up, the destruction in Hawaii continues as new and old fissures erupt from the Kilauea volcano. Plus, where multiple sinkholes opened up in Florida following a week of constant rain.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Every day is a fight to keep homes for some residents living on Hawaii's Big Island as the Kilauea volcano spews lava, rock, and ash. In just hours, a virtually dormant fissure suddenly woke up, spewing fountains of lava down a molten stream, destroying everything in its way. As eruptions continue, lava bombs are damaging homes and triggering warnings that residents may have to leave with little or no notice. The Kilauea volcano has now been erupting for nearly 3 weeks. Check out this crazy video of hail battering southwest Texas. The storm leaving behind busted windows. Strong storms brought wind, rain, and that hail to West El Paso. After local weather authorities issued an alert, residents flooded social media with videos of quarter-sized hail raining down. Almost looks like it snowed there. The severe weather also caused power outages, flooding, and downed trees. So far, no injuries have been reported.
Well, the cracks you're looking at may look like the result of an earthquake, but they were actually caused by sinkholes. 4 sinkholes have opened up in a Marion County retirement community. Back in February, 2 homes were evacuated when multiple sinkholes opened up close to their yards. Monday morning, a new larger hole opened in the middle of the street following a week of nonstop rain in central Florida. And a couple of cyclists got quite a scare when a protective mother moose tried to drive them off a bike trail in Alaska. The moment all caught on camera. One cyclist can be seen on the ground after the moose lunged toward him. She had her twin calves close behind. Luckily, there were no injuries, and the Alaska Department of Fish and Game quickly closed down the trail. Coming up, how a downtown Sarasota construction project is expected to help protect the Sarasota Bay, and why shoppers are taking to social media to boycott Publix grocery stores. Those stories when we come back.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. And right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.